This is a 5 on your side local news update.
And hi, everybody. Meteorologist Jim Castillo here. You have a little bit of sunshine now popping out in the Farmington area. Wouldn't be surprised to see some low 70s in those areas where the sun is now beginning to pop out. Even you can see a little blue now right around the St. Louis area and downtown. Still very cloudy, Moscow Mills. Chesterfield, very cloudy, and Cuba, Missouri, cloudy. But look at that, sun and clouds mixed in Farmington. And then Highland, Illinois, very cloudy right now. But the rain has ended. We had that morning rain. There's Chesterfield, still very cloudy, but the pavement is dry on 4064. But look how much rain we had. I just updated these totals. University City, 7,600s, Cottleville, 7,000s, and Warrenton about just over half an inch. Same with St. Peter's, almost a half an inch. Lake St. Louis, Wentzville, 4,100s, Washington, Missouri, 3,300s, Belleville, about a quarter of an inch, and then Kirkwood just over that. And, I have two Bellevilles in there. I will change that coming up. But weather impact Doppler radar, you can see we are dry now. So most of the viewing area is rain-free. Now we see a little bit of rain popping up around the Columbia area, and we're watching that all the way down into Oklahoma. So some more rain is definitely in our future. The strongest wind gust now, it's definitely getting windy out there, but Farmington, gust to 30 miles an hour, and Rolla near 40-mile-per-hour winds. So a lot of areas getting windy in the afternoon and staying windy tonight. 35-mile-per-hour gusts possible this afternoon, and then more likely tonight, and possibly as high as 40 miles an hour. So you want to secure those loose items out there. And with the sun and clouds mixed, we are now at 68 in St. Louis. Wouldn't be surprised to get to that 70, and that average high, or normal high, is 54. So south-southeast wind at 11 miles an hour. And those current temperatures look like this. We're in the 70s already. DeSoto, Sullivan, Farmington, Perryville, Sparta, Scott Air Force Base, Salem, Illinois. And looks like today's high temperatures are matching that. So rain and isolated thunderstorms as we get into the evening hours. I'd say the time frame on that is 7 p.m. until midnight, but most of these will be weakening as they head into our part of Missouri. So the eastern part of Missouri, really weak storms, and you get stronger ones more toward the Ozarks and western Missouri. Wind gusts will stay with us all the way through the night, and then colder air slides in here on Wednesday and Thursday. And so what's the weather setup right here? We have a warm front to the north of us pushing through Chicago and Kansas City. And look at this huge batch of rain. Eastern Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, low pressure still west of Oklahoma City with a trailing cold front. And that's what will move into western Missouri, eastern Kansas with an isolated low level 1 marginal risk of a spin up tornado. We have some low level shear that we're watching. And one county is included in on that isolated severe weather risk, and that is Rolla. Maybe a wind gust to 60 miles an hour. So here's the front, and this is at about 9 p.m. Still watching that risk of showers, isolated thunderstorms, but it's really this line that we'll be watching in our western counties first at 9 p.m. And watch as we push it eastward. It really dissipates quite a bit as it moves into the St. Louis metro. So we're hoping that that will be the case. We'll watch it. And then it's just windy. It might clear up a little bit. But as we get into, so that's Tuesday, we're clearing up. And you see that chance of clouds in here on Wednesday morning, maybe a quick shower. And then here's that colder air arriving as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, and very gusty again. So let's look at that future cast. Here's 8 p.m. Chance of showers out ahead of that main line here. And these individual cells might have a little bit of gusty wind with it or a little spin to them, so we'll watch that. As it moves eastward, though, and pushes toward the metro, see them weakening quite a bit, and then they weaken further as we approach St. Louis. Might not actually see a ton of rain this evening, but still a chance of that, and then it clears up this evening.